Good morning. It's 27th of August 2017, about 7 o'clock in the morning. Hope everybody's alright. Right, the video is going to be uploaded. I started yesterday, but unfortunately I've been having some problems with my Windows Movie Maker. By the looks of it, it's been corrupted some way, and it's just been a pain. It's just been absolutely a pain. Unfortunately, Microsoft have stopped supporting it. Don't know why. It's a brilliant piece of editing software. So simple. You just click, move, then convert and save. And so simple, and I love it. So I'm going to have a look. See if I got it on a disk upstairs. If not, then it's good to be trawling around the internet, finding some software that I like. You can get Windows Movie Maker if you're willing to pay for it. And there's plenty of good software out there that's free of charge. So it'd be a matter of looking around. Anyway, Friday I uploaded this video of me walking down the canal. Made some references to places. So I thought, really I need to do a walk back down the road so I can show you some of these places. So I've done a video. Just basically some of the interesting places. Also to show you how much I cut out by taking that shortcut around the canal. I do stop, video a couple of other things while walking around the road so you can see. But it gives you an idea the sort of distance. The picture you see on the thumbnail is the Manton Colliery, Manton Pit, and it shows you the railway tracks that I'm on about in part of the video, which I thought was quite appropriate to put up. Now I did have to do a bit of editing. There's a part of it where you can see I get rather irate. It's a vandalism of the memorial to the Manton Colliery. Some lowlifes spray painted the tag on it in graffiti, and I did blow my top and said some things I shouldn't have said, so I thought really need to edit that bit out. So I edited it out. That's why it may seem like it jumps, because there was like 2-3 minutes where I literally, a few F-bombs were dropped, edited it out. The only other two things I've got to say is I talk about, last off, about how close I am to the countryside, show you down to the bottom. I talk about the golf course. Now when I was growing up, that wasn't a golf course, that was fields. And we could actually get access at the bottom of the road onto the fields. Used to do wheat and stuff like that there, and it used to be great in late summer because it harvested and you had the proper bales of hay, and we used to go and build forts, and never did any of this setting fire to them or anything like that, but built forts. He used to set fire to it, you know, to burn the stubble off, well, I don't know what you call it. And the women used to complain about it because, oh, it's wash day and it's burning the fields and we can't put the washing out because it's coming blacker than that sort of thing. But now there's a golf course there. You would think we wouldn't have access, but there are actual bridle paths you can walk down. And when I had storm, Alsatian, we used to go walking down bridle paths. Now obviously there's two things. First off, keep your dog on a lead. You don't exactly want your dog crapping on the main green. Say that though, it could be fun if the ball lands into it, having to play it from the position it falls in. And also you've got to be careful what time of day you're going across, because obviously you have to think, well, they're playing golf on here. I could end up getting wrapped round the head with a golf ball. But it is quite a nice walk. You walk across the fields down to Osberton Wood, through Osberton Wood, down the road that I talk about, the lorries going to the sewage farm before the new access was built. It is a nice walk. It's about, take it steady. I mean, I used to go walking with Storm, and it used to be an hour and a half walk, which was great. Let her off lead and she thoroughly enjoyed it, you know, running about. And once we got past the golf course, but into the field, you know, running about and sniffing and everything else that dogs do, you know, say, oh. Used to take her into the woods and she used to chase the squirrels up the trees and stuff like that. Brilliant. So this is the walk, video of the walk back. I'm videoed the full walk. I mainly videoed the more interesting things, and also the main thing from where you see the building. I explain that's building you see when I walk down the canal all the way round to where I would get the access onto the canal. The only other video I really want to do sometime is go down to the cemetery. I do a bit of a talk in the video about the cemetery, especially the war graves and stuff like that. So I would like to go down there sometime, take the camera down, show you some of the structure of the graveyard. It is the old graveyard. There is a new graveyard which, to be honest, is not all that fantastic to look at, because for the simple fact it's new headstones. It's not the archaic type graveyard that we think of. So I go there and then I'll take you up to where my mum and dad's ashes are buried. So that'll probably be, if I get time I might even do it tomorrow, depending what the weather like. If not, it will definitely be next week. So enjoy the video, see what you think, and oh, a bit later on today I'm going to do a story. I think I'm going to call it Burning Ashes and Cooking Bodies. Yes, that's going to be an interesting one to do. Okay, doke for now. Right, I'm going to show you a couple of things on the way home from work. I work up there. First one is this park area that I told you about. And if I zoom in very carefully there, oh, because it's a man called Mountain Pit Top, there's a mock-up of the old, like, pit winding gears. And like I says, I think that walk takes you up to Clumber Park area. I said I wasn't going to do this, but why not? We've got a bit of time. Take you around this little wooded area. Like I says, this here is like a, they were talking about it the other day, it's like a drainage ditch. Goes right into the wood. It's dark, so the woods will be a bit dark. So you walk around this little area here. I mean, see, so the wood is actually took hold quite well. It's like I said before, it amazes me how much woods and nature will take back hold of derelict areas. So I come to the top of here. Now the train, Hang on, just let me get my bearings. That's where the bridge would be, down there. Pretty sure of it. Which means the train tracks should be somewhere up here. There used to be the train tracks down. Don't know if they've took them up. Oh, somebody's took them up. Probably they're somewhere underneath this lot here. Because that used to go down in the pit top there. Ooh. See if you can get down to the top of the bridge there. See what a view, sort of view you get. Which is considerably very brave for me, considering I've mentioned before about my not so happiness at heights. I think the bridge is across here. I mean, there's some of the old sleepers. Can you get onto the bridge? I mean, this is all the... yes. Oh, if I can get through this bit of wooded area here. And there's the railway line. Should be solid. Like I said yesterday, this was a spur for the coal trucks coming in. Well, looks like that there's the switch gear, the old type of switch gear, just there. Oh, so we found the railway lines. I knew there was some railway lines down here. And then there the sleepers. It's making up. Oh, again, bloody little house. If you wanted to, you could literally walk through the woods. So because I got a camera, I'm not going to even risk that. And I think if you go down that way, somehow I think there's a bridge at bottom that you can cross. You know, to get into Clumber. But we're not going to Clumber, are we? We're going home. The road down to the woods down to the road. I've heard animals go through here when I've been coming to work at night, especially when it's dark, but I've not seen any. There is a story about a panther or some sort of big cat lurking between Clumber and around this area. Hope I don't bump into him tonight. And it's not just old wives' tales, it's actually being reported by the police that they've seen this big, ginormous cat. So the air smells moist. If I point it up, very cloudy, looks like it's going to thunderstorm. Here's one thing, it is a proper path compared to the canal. That's the best thing, it's a proper path. Yeah, I'm coming down towards the end of it. It's quite an impressive little walk round here. And then into the woods. Into the woods we can go. Have a listen, people to see that film, Into the Woods. Quite a good film that, and a good play. Into the woods we go. And we're coming down towards the end of it now, where it joins back up with the road. At which point I will turn off the camera and until I get a bit further down the road. There we are, joining back up to the road. And to give you an idea whereabouts we are, that's the field with the horses in that you saw on the video I uploaded yesterday. Right, I'll be back in a bit once I got further down. Something else, something more interesting to show you. Right, here we are at the old cemetery, Retford Road Cemetery. First thing to take note of is that war graves. Fortunately not open. Put the camera through there, zoom up, you can see that's an old chapel of rest, not open anymore. Very rare it's open. There's two cemeteries, this is the old one and then there's a newer one. Who knows, I might bring the camera down here one sometime, take a few videos. There is a house there, and what that used to be was the caretaker, if you like, cemetery caretaker. It's not anymore, I think it's been sold. In fact, I know it's been sold privately. Well, at least one thing, the neighbours are quiet. let's be honest here. Well, one hopes they are quiet. Let's put it that way. My mum and dad, if I really zoom right in past that sign post, if I can get past it, are right at the top of there. Yes, like I says, one hopes the neighbours are quiet. And then, remember when I said about football? This is that sports and social football ground and stuff. That's the sports and social club. And if I can get around it, I don't know what's happening there. We've got some marquee tents up. Don't know what's going off there. So that's that. Now where them black buildings are, there's another building. Yeah, that building's there. Another building in front of it. Now that's where the canal comes before I take that first turning. So we'll have a little walk down here because there's shops and all sorts down here. It'll give you an idea of how much time I save. Seagull? What's Seagull doing up here? That bluish building there is where we came out. So you say from there, let's say from here, there's that much space. I'm going to stop this side because there's something else I want to show you a bit further down. And you've got shops and stuff. Said about fishing, angling supplies, fish and chip shop, snack bars and stuff. And with us having a fairly largish Polish community, we do get like the Polish shops. First off, little green here. Different things on. Actually, it's kept quite nice, actually. Which, when you think of the area, is quite surprising, to be honest. Welcome to Manton. But yeah, it's kept quite nice. Don't need to go to shop or anything. So we're still walking down from where we are. That thing. Shops, more shops there. Somebody's having a delivery of stuff. Now, there's the entrance to that sort of factory unit. If I can get round here, I can show you which one I mean. Oh, security there. So to be them units up there, it's where the canal back down to. I want to cross the road here. Make sure I don't get bloody run over. Out there is an old site. Buildings have been knocked down and stuff. I'm surprised somebody hasn't bought it and built something on it, even if it's just houses. Now I wouldn't normally cross over it by now, because I want to be on that side. I want to show you this down here. It's like a memorial, I wouldn't call it a statue, a memorial plaque, plate, display for Manton Pit. Need to cross over here. In a sec. Make sure there's no traffic coming so I don't get killed. That's fine. This is it here. I think these are actually part of the winding wheel and stuff. And I don't believe it, vandals. How disrespectful can you get? So disrespectful. Some of them need, actually need, start chopping the hands off for stuff like that. Let's be honest, they'd only have 2 goes or something like that before they wouldn't be able to do it again. So disrespectful. So crossing here, this is where I go. Alright, I thought I'd press the thing. Another fish and chip shop on the side here. It's a famous one in, yeah, it's UK. It's UK wide. It's called Papa's. When you do go in there for a meal, it is a meal. Hang on, let me get a bit further over. Oh, so I can show you. Let me get a bit further, so then I'll show you that area there. So, fish and chip place. Remember that factory I told you about? This, ooh, where's it gone? Oh, bunny rabbit. That's the sort of size and scope it was. I'm surprised nobody else has bought it. Rabbit? Rabbit stew, anybody? Right, carry on, carry on, carry on. We come up to where the river runs. I can never understand this, but it's been split in 2, and it has been split artificially. Got this first leg here that's totally clogged up. Oh my god. Sorry. Totally clogged up. I've never seen it this bad before. That's disgusting. They've let it get that bad. And then over here is the normal run. That across there is called the wreck. It's actually, that place I have seen flooded. I have seen flooded. I've seen it flooded twice, which now something I'm going to show you will amaze me, because like I says, I've seen these areas flooded twice. I'll show you that other. I'll show you the priory in a second. Is that this area here, next to the pump house, has been sold to build houses on. And like it says, I have seen it flooded. This is natural floodplain, and they've sold it. Can't believe it. I won't be buying a house on there. And then that's that pump house that I showed you. That's a better view, because the other time it was in shadow. And then I might just get a shot of the works at Priory, because all the trees are out, obviously. Can just make out the top of the works at Priory there. Can't see much else, but that's the works at Priory. Again, a graveyard there, like most churches. Come over here, and there's a couple of barges down there. I'm not going to walk over there, because it's getting to the stage where I want to be home and have a drink. Then we've got, we're back to the canal. So the place I would join the canal would be beyond that wooden bridge. So that says how much I take out. You can actually go down onto the canal and walk down there, but I want to show you how much I'm taking out. We're still walking the way I would walk. Except I would usually stick to this side of the road, not the opposite side. I wanted to show you the cemetery and that mining display. Doing works down here. Gonna have to walk on the road. Gonna have to walk on the road, folks. Without the risk of being knocked over. Yeah, I might be able to get a side view with the pump house. So you would have seen the back, the front, and now the side. Might be able to get, might not. Yeah, I should do it. That says that's the old pump house. It's a side view. And we're still not to where I started yesterday. Not far now, but still not there. Something there, about another 100 yards, if that. And this is where the street I started off. I go like that, you can see the bushes there, and that was the house that I scanned round. So that's where I started off walking down the canal. So that gives you some sort of idea the distance I cut out going round. See if there's anything else more interesting to see, then I'll give you a shout back. This is the bridge area, railway bridge. And you know, when I said about the substation in the canal video when I pushed up, yeah, lights for the trains. When I said about the substation, this is the substation. Keep out. And it was roughly over there onwards that I saw these two deer run. And they were deer. They weren't dogs, weren't anything else, you could tell they were deer. From these bushes outwards. Big tree. This road here is what they used to use as the main thoroughfare to the sewerage works, well, the new ones. Remember when I showed you the bridge, the trains came over, I said, oh, that one behind it is just an access road. Basically, if you get two lorries coming down here, it was just a nightmare trying to decide who backs up and who doesn't back up. So that's why they built that new access road round the corner. This is like a old person's sort of complex, you know, bungalows. Actually, it's quite warm. Right, I've just walked up here. Right, down. That's where you can see the pump house.
Just literally before that white, yellow, red van thing is where I turned down to the thing. There is a few shops. That one at the end is a butcher's. Oh, it's beautiful, gorgeous, fantastic. The place I've got to go is up there. If I try to zoom in carefully, where that car is blurred, gets in focus, is where I have to go. That's co-op store. This will be opening soon. Used to be the Lord Byron pub. Brilliant pub. Used to be open. Used to be packed every night. Two things happened that destroyed it. First off, when they banned smoking, because a lot of the old guys were ex-miners or miners, you know. And they used to go in a few pints, a few cigarettes, but you had people going, oh no, passive smoking. So they banned that. But it still kept trade going. But the thing is then, it closed down while they refurbished, and frankly they made a hodgepodge of it. Instead of just keeping it how it is and just redecorating, probably refinishing, did you know? The company that bought it decided to knock it all into one. Destroyed the atmosphere of the place. So it never picked up again, never picked up again. So I am nearly home. So I'm going to get this together, do a bit of preamble and see what people think. Well, I says I'm nearly home now. It's oh, for Ed B, Joe's. I'm sure Ed B's into amateur radio and stuff like that. I'm sure he is. Bit of eye candy for you. Bit of eye candy for you. That's a gentleman, G3 CAG? No, G0 CJD, I think. Names. Sure it is. CJ. What is it? OZO? OZN? Something like that. I can't remember. Ages since I've been involved in amateur radio. And the next one is there. So that's for Joe's nephew. I think Joe said he was into amateur radio. Bit of eye candy for him. Okay, doke. Just a quickie. Just stood outside my house. You've heard me say how close I am to the countryside. This is how close. There. That's golf course. Beyond that is countryside. No houses. Stuff like that. So that is how close I am to the countryside. Okay.